Start right here, Dave Taylor.
Tim with ESPN. You've obviously worked with Steve before. You have an understanding of kind of what your expectations, I'm sure, were coming into this program. How would you view the results and what's happening behind the scenes, maybe in comparison to what you expected when you decided to come to Chattanooga?
I would just say growing every single day and everything we can do and focus on just trying to maintain growth. You know, we never want to stay stagnant, whether win or loss. We want to just continue to keep getting better every single practice, every single day. And Steve preaches that, every single day, making sure that we keep the main thing, and just keep going.
Let's go to Grant.
Hey Andrew, you're going back to Grant's had tutorials on the side. You're going back to your home state this week. What does it mean for you personally to be in California again? And have you had a chance to reflect on how far you've come since high school?
Yeah, every single day I'm blessed and thankful to just go another day living my dream of being a collegiate athlete. But going back to California means a lot to me, and a few other guys on the team that are also from there, because obviously I have a lot of family who can make the trip, and going so far from home, to play my last year, that doesn't happen every single game, so going back to California means a lot. Trying to play hard, for my family, for my team.
And then also I want to ask about the time change. I know when you came up from North Carolina, you had to deal with the time change. What were your experiences from going through the time changes, and then also now going back to the West Coast and have to deal with the time change?
It's different, but I would say it's the same as far as like the game, the way you play the game. Football is going to be the same way when the ball gets put down for me. So that's pretty much how I look at it.
Brian.
Andrew, Brian Murphy with WRL. You played on a team that went to the college football playoff last year. Can you give us a sense of what culture is kind of like in the locker room where everything is going well, you're winning a ton, versus here, and what that impact that has on the players and the leaders, and how you have to kind of try to hold things together?
Yeah, I mean, I would say even when you are winning a lot of games, it's not always going well. Every single day there's something new. Every single practice, there's something you can grow in. So I feel like whether you win or lose, it's not always the sunshines and rainbows everybody expects. But I would say just doing your best every day to put your best foot forward. Being thankful that you get to have another opportunity to grow and get better, and that's pretty much how I look at it.
You obviously worked with Mike Lombardi when you came over. There's been a lot of reports about how those negotiations have gone and things like that. What was your experience in the transfer portal and working with Michael Lombardi and getting you here to Carolina?
Yeah, I would say the transition was very smooth. He took time to explain to me and my family what we wanted to get to here, and how much buy-in everybody had, and what we wanted the season to look like. So the conversations were really good. Brought me and my family in like one of theirs, and it was good.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah Holloway with Inside Carolina. Andrew, I actually wanted to ask you about the defensive, backfield, the corners. Obviously, we know Thad's going to be kind of out for an extended period of time. But last week, you guys had to bye. Who were some of the guys that you kind of observed in practice that maybe filled in, and were playing, I guess, well, stepped in?
Yeah, the whole group knows they got to take a step forward. Filling in for his shoes. It was a tough loss, this week, but we know that we got a good group of guys that want it. They're young, they're hungry guys that just can't wait to get out there and play well for the school. So that's all you can ask from them. Just come in every single day, trying to be better, grow, and lead to winning football.
What kind of, dimension do you feel that kind of gave, to the defense? Obviously, these guys that kind of had a lot of experience and everything like that. But I guess obviously you haven't played a game without him thus far. But what kind of, what kind of dimension do you feel he gave you guys?
Yeah, like you said, experience. Just being there. Knowing how to play the game at a high level, and doing it for a long time. The leadership aspect he brought to the table, and just continuing to pour into everybody. The young guys in this room especially, and trying to get the best out of them.
Shelby.
Show us what's the reasons there. I'm curious, just going back to what Ryan was saying, obviously there's the letter that he wrote email to donor supporters of the program, kind of talking about this maybe being a rebuild. I know that your teammate, George Shipp, had the chance to respond and said, hey, I'm not here to rebuild. I guess just for you, when you and the guys locker room see that letter, that email, just how do you react to that? Just what is kind of, I guess, just
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's his first. His first year, Coach Belichick's first year. So I'm not, surprised about like, wanting to rebuild it and get it back to, where they wanted to be at. And obviously, last year I guess wasn't like the best year for them. But wanting to grow, wanting to be better, win every game that they can. That's what I focus on. And just because it could be a rebuild doesn't mean we can't win games now. I would say that we got a long season ahead of us. There's 7 more games to go out there and go play for, and potentially more after that. So that's pretty much what I focus on, just trying to grow every single day and win games.
Adam?
Drew, Adam Smith, Inside Carolina. I think it was the first time we talked to you. You were, straight up about it. Like your last season of college football, want to get to the NFL. Who better to play for than Bill Belichick? Like now, 5 games into this thing, how do you feel like you're being developed? Like, are you pleased with the path that you're on there? I mean, I know the results on the field haven't been the best, but like, how would you assess sort of the bet you made on Carolina and Belichick?
I'm every single day I step on the field and walk off, I'm pleased. I thank God every single day that I'm able to just play this game. And Coach Belichick, does everything in his power to try and get me to where I got to go, and my teammates included. So that's all you can ask from him is just consistently just be here every single day and just pour into us as much as we pour into the game, and that's what he's doing. So I wouldn't say it was just a bet. It was just more like, just betting on myself, I guess, and just trying to be the best version of myself I could be. And that's all I can ask for.
How do you, just to follow up, how do you sort of see that, feel that, experience that in terms of talking about him pouring into you guys? Like, what is that like as a player?
I mean, it's great, just seeing that he cares so much about not only the program, but everybody individually, and knowing that he wants to win just as bad, if not more, than everybody else in the room. So that's all I can, ask for once again as a player, just a coach who cares and who wants it for us. So,
Brian?
Yeah, two quick ones. One, obviously the defense hasn't played probably to the level that you would like it to play. During the bye week and the other bye week before the comes game, are there schematic changes that are taking place, or is it simply an emphasis on fundamentals and what you guys are doing, or are you looking at schematic changes to what you guys are doing?
Honestly, just the fundamentals, like you said, making sure we're all on the same page every single down, not allowing it to be any coverage buzz or any techniques that are off, just consistently trying to just grow and build trust within the guys on the team. So we know if he's doing his job, I can do mine, and we're all on the same page and clean up from there.
Thaddeus Dixon has been one of your best defensive players by almost every measure. I think Coach Belichick said the same. Not to have him, and Coach Belichick said he'll be out several weeks probably at least. Not to have him out there, what does that do for you guys? How do you make up for the loss of somebody who's been one of your better players?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, but we need to preach, next man up, and bring the guys along that are there to fill in his shoes. And the leadership aspect is big, so the guys on the team, trying to take that step and being leaders, no matter how old you are or what class you're in, just understanding that there's a role that needs to be filled, and we love them as a person, as a player, so we have guys ready and hungry to fill that role.
Time for 2 more. We're going to go to Jeremiah and then back here.
Yeah, Andrew, this kind of is similar to what Brian was asking, but I guess when it comes to the 3 losses that you guys have had, they've kind of, gotten out of hand, pretty quickly or whatever. And you mentioned obviously, wanting to look at certain things schematically, but have you noticed any sort of common thread in those games as far as, them kind of, I guess by halftime, let's say, kind of getting out? Have you noticed like a common thread and, what kind of can be shored up in game situations to, kind of mitigate some of the, of what happens after that?
Yeah, I would just say communication, being on the same same page with all the guys on the team, and starting fast. We got to start games a lot faster. I know early on we did, and it kind of fell off, but now just starting fast going forward and being on the same page with everybody, I feel like will mitigate a lot of those, and just, higher communication, more urgency, everything that we can do really to just improve what we're looking to do. So.
The last one back here.
Showing out like WRL, 2 quick ones. Reports of a locker room fight, obviously tensions flare on the field, but when that bleeds over into the locker room, what's your experience with that? Did you witness the fight? And what do you do now after a fight like that in the locker room?
Yeah, I didn't see anything like that, but for me, all we can do is, just bring the guys together and focus on what the task at hand, and that's going in to try and beat Cal. We have 7 weeks left of the season, and by no means is anybody on the team, done with this year. We're trying to be better, we're trying to grow and continue to get wins. We have a long season ahead of us and more games to be played than we've played already. So if we just, keep the guys together, continue to grow as a team, individuals as well, I feel like we'll be good.
And then follow up to that, Coach Hawkins suspended last week. I know it's not your positional coach, but as a member of the defense, what's your perception of how he treats players?
Yeah, great person, great coach. He wants the best for everybody, not just the DBs, but just the entire defense. Always brings high energy, always has a positive attitude, and he just wants the best for everybody, regardless of what position you play or where you come from. It's just a good coach to have on staff.
Thanks so much, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.